practice. Come on now. What is the oldest Bible in the world? Dating back to the 4th century AD, okay, is to go on display at the British Museum. The Codex Sinaiticus. The Codex Sinaiticus, 4th century AD. But this one is in Greek. This not the one, wait a minute, where the one? That's the one in Greek. That's the one in Greek. Where the one in Hebrew? It might be over on the other one. It might be over on the other one. I'm going to get to that. I'm going to get to that. Okay? Nobody was born with a book strapped to their ass. Okay? Nobody was born with a religion. That religion was given to you by a man or a woman, whether it was your mama or your daddy or some nigga walking down the street that put a watchtower in your hand. But just like that man put a watchtower in your hand, somebody put a Quran, but it was a man. It was not no God, okay? So all religions was introduced to us by a man or a woman, okay? When you're looking at the printing press and the Bible, the actual printing and production of the Bible, this is done by man. Ain't no goddamn assembly line coming up out of the sky with goddamn Bibles rolling off the assembly line. Okay, so what am I saying? You were not born with a religion. Everything that the Creator gave you, the Creator gave you that at birth. Okay? You were not born to come into this world to be a slave to nobody's religion. You didn't come into the world to find the God. You just came from damn God. You just came from God. You just came from the black woman's womb. See, you don't understand what God is. Okay, you niggas is worshiping shit that don't exist. But the real God that's here, our mamas and our woman, nigga, you have no respect for. So you know we fucked up. When niggas is tricked by other men into believing in a fictional goddamn poof, a goddamn cloud in the goddamn sky. Okay? We got to wake up today. So what I'm teaching right here is when I go into Christianity, when I go into Hinduism, you should already be asking questions from this right here lecture. Okay, these are prerequisites. That's why I have to give you the God deception first, because they say that the goddamn book is God inspired. Well, prove the fucking God. Because if you cannot prove the God, you cannot prove that is God inspired. That's the premise of the goddamn book. Okay? I ain't never seen no God talk to the goddamn world at one time. Okay? Let me back up so y'all can see this. Let me talk to y'all for a minute. Okay? So when I start to use this word, you automatically already know what it is. Anthropomorphic. Okay? And so what I want you to do is go to the number 2 definition. Ascribing human characteristics to non-human things. Ascribing human characteristics to non-human things. Okay? So what is God? Okay? Let me go to something. Let me play around with something. See? So again, when you look out into the sky, we know, we don't believe. We know something is greater than us, but we do not know what it is but we're striving to know. That's evolution of the mind and of the spirit. We're striving to know, but it's an infinite thing. Okay? And so the quest for African people is an infinite quest. It will go on forever. It will go on for goddamn ever, because the universe is eternal. But now, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me come out of where that shit. It should have been. Here you go, right here. Here you go. Let me put this shit. We working out. Fuck this. We working out. Now, when you see, you go from here to knowing and seeing with your own eyes that there's something. Now you're trying to define it. See, this is man defining this shit, saying, that this is some superhuman God, a man God, because he's always depicted as a man. So now we're going back to what? Anthropomorphic. Let's go back to anthropomorphic. Where is that? I'm a bad motherfucker. I'm straightening this motherfucker up on air. On air. You see what I'm saying? To get you what you need, so you can get your motherfucking understanding. Ascribing human characteristics to non-human things. So you see here that the face of the creator is creation. It is no man or no particular object. It's everything in creation. Some symbols are more divine than others, such as the sun, but all of creation is the face of the creator. But when you get here, is a man ascribing human characteristics to non-human things. So God is the creator dressed up in human characteristics. God walks through the garden. See, that's man's mind. Man created God. God didn't create man. Unless you saying that God is the black woman, then I understand what you talking about. But ain't no man in no fucking sky created no human beings. The only human being I ever seen get a trip to the planet Earth come through the womb of a black woman. Everything else you believe. The one thing I know is I came through the womb of my mama. I don't give a fuck about no Yahweh, no Jesus, no Allah, no nothing. If I'm going, my mama breast is what sustain me. Okay, so ain't no Allah the sustainer, ain't no Jesus the sustainer, ain't no Jesus the savior. Your mama is your savior. Because if she do not put that breast in your mouth and feed your ass, nigga, you gon' die. So she is your savior. She is your sustainer. Okay, so that is your God. When you got here, you did not cry for no Muhammad. You did not cry for no Allah, no Jesus, no fucking Moses, no no Yeshua, no motherfucking Adam and Eve or nothing. You cried for your mama, your deity. That's by nature. See, that's what came with you. Now, religion is man's control and restriction of the spirit so that he wants you to be a slave. And if he knows you are connected to the universe, if you're connected to your creator, if you're connected to creation, he can never make you no goddamn slave. That's it. That's it. In order for you to become part of a religion, you have to disconnect yourself from creation. Bottom motherfucking line. And let the man behind the curtain use God as like a ventriloquist dummy, which we will show, and talk through this fictional God, and you zombie ass niggas will sit up here and follow every fucking thing that a fucking Muppet, a goddamn smoke in the mirror created thing, a thing. God is a thing, nigga. It's a concept that man created to help him understand the unknown. The universe is damn near unknowable. It's damn near unknowable. But you strive to know anyway. That's your education in life. Okay? And so they were restricting you from achieving to your greatest ability because it restricts you. It's restriction. Religion is restriction. Now, African people created religion also, but it is a rule, it's rules and ceremonies, rituals created by men. And if you want to ascribe to your own African religion, that's all right, because that's custom created for your spirit. But once you understand that all religion is created by man, the question becomes, nigga, where is your religion? Why would you follow another fucking man and worship his image? See, we got to deal with this before we even get in the motherfucking book. This is the psychology, because you must have some prerequisite questions for any fucking religion when you get in it. You got to have questions, because once you understand that God is a fucking Muppet, let's get into this. Let's get into this. Y'all asked for this. Y'all asked for this. Y'all asked for this. Y'all asked for this. I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give it to you. Okay? Look at this. Look at this. The man behind the curtain. Look at you silly niggas. Look at the cracker at the top. Ruthless. Ruthless ass Jim Jones. See, look at all the niggas that went down to Guyana. Damn near all the people he killed, damn near 97% of them was black. And look how many babies went down there, following they confused mammies and pappies that didn't know no goddamn better not to follow no goddamn peckerwood because they insane and it's in their motherfucking gene, and I don't give a goddamn which one it is, it's in your ass. Okay, so how the fuck you let your guard down on your mortal enemy and let this man control your spirit, your God, your deity concept, and everything, to the point you would even go down there and sacrifice your babies? Look at this sick ass cracker at the bottom. They continuously, but these are the men that create the religions. This is the crazy shit. These are the men that create the goddamn religions. Look at this. The man who speaks for God is God. I ain't never heard God say shit. I ain't never heard God say shit. I used to speak to God. I used to be, because I used to be in the Bible as a young man. I was studying it from a very young man. I knew all the prophets and shit, and I thought I was a young prophet ordained at a young age. And I used to talk to God. I say, God, what is it that you want me to do? And then I hear something out the back of my head say, my holy son, I want you to lead your people to freedom. I want you to be a great prophet, greater than all the other prophets. I'm hearing this shit in the back of my head. And over time, I stopped doing it because I knew that every time God was speaking, I was the motherfucker speaking for God. I don't need no nigga to trick me or tell me any motherfucking, because I was doing it to myself. I made the shit up. I made talking. I was so righteous. I'm having a and if God wasn't going to talk to me, I was going to fake like I was goddamn talking to God. And that's what I did. But that's trial and fucking error. Can't nobody lie to me. Nigga, if you having a conversation with God, when it's time for God to answer, bitch, you the one answering for God. You. So don't play with me. That's That's self-experimentation right there. That ain't no God talking to a nigga, not even in his fucking head. That's you in your head talking for God. The same way you talking for God in your head is the same way another man is talking for God in the motherfucking book. God is a ventriloquist dummy with another motherfucking hand in his back, throwing his psychology, his psychosis, his military agenda, everything through the goddamn dummy. You looking at the dummy talking about God. No, the man with his hand in the goddamn dummy back Is God fool? So when I ask you who is God, then you should say God is the man who speaks for God. That's who the fuck. Let me take a drink of water. I'm glad y'all in the motherfucking house. We ain't even got in that bitch yet. I'm beating the shit out of Yahweh. I'm whooping on Yahweh. Tell Yahweh to come. You so bad, Yahweh, come on my motherfucking live stream right now, nigga, and dispute me. I dispute God, nigga. You gonna fight everybody else? Bitch, I dispute you. Come on in, nigga. Come on, Yahweh. Get your ass on down here and debate General Sara, Suten, Seti on this motherfucking live stream. If you're real. I bet you Yahweh don't show up. I bet you he don't show up. See, that's a win for me.